I just started. So mean. I just started without telling anyone. Can I do that? So mean. Metal. Can I change the volume of that? Yo, what? You're in the wrong channel. Look at that. I just thought let's do this because it's Sunday. Thought we have a nice chat, nothing special. Talk a bit. ASMR stream. It's a good idea. Just to look tired. I am tired. That's okay. Just a few minutes. We don't do too much. You have no sound? It says here there's sound. Why wouldn't you have sound? Still running on 4G. It says here sound, mic input. Did I? No, it's not muted. Should all work? Sound okay? Well, why did you say hello? Like something is not working. Made me freak out here. I thought I'd do a bit. We do a bit of Let's Talk EV without any plan or whatever. See how many people arrive in the next 10 minutes. See what's going on. I'm very interested in stuff like that. Have you sold Walter now for the ID3 Pure? No, I have not. I'm not that fast. I hear you. Let's see what we have here. What's going on in the news? I haven't checked yet. What's this? Ooh, Laternenlader. Look at that. BMW built a new charging hub. Fancy schmancy. That's it, yeah. And here, yeah, i4 has already been driven. I wasn't invited, as usual. It's okay. What's this? That's old. All old. All from last week. Did nothing happened? One dislike. That's fast. Let's look here. Yeah, that was interesting, huh? That Elon Musk joins a Volkswagen conference call. I find it very interesting. I have no idea what he said and what happened. Didn't see that. That is old Q6 e-tron spied up close. God, it's a huge car. You look at that. Sales expected. Kia EV sale exceed 10,000, including 2,600 EV6. That's so old, isn't it? What's this? Looks interesting. Interesting car. Also says it's competing with Porsche. Okay. Oh my, that's a huge car, the Q6. Ingolstadt. License plate. Oh, there's a huge car. Then let's see what happened with Ionity. One in Spain started construction. What went live? Ooh, a lot of went live. Look at that. In Latvia, in Poland, and one in the UK. Let's look. What went live in Poland? There's one here. That was two. Is it two on each side? Yeah, that's it. Here, nothing. This will be interesting here if we go to Berlin. I never get why Wolfsburg gets 5 Ionity charges. We may think. This is still, where's the one in UK? Was it here? This one? And down there, Italy is still the whole. Here, around Rome, there's no Ionity charger. How's that possible? And up there, Finland doesn't have a lot. Norway is full. Sweden, the south of Sweden is good. No, it's Denmark. No, it's fine. But the north of Sweden is nothing. How do I get out of here? Oh yeah, like this. Really have one dislike? That's cool. 40 people. Scam to break the ASMR scream. Got the 2.3 update yesterday, but it hasn't completed due to loss of connection to the Volkswagen servers. So you mean the downloading? Yeah, you should be able to resume if you get the car running and have internet connection again. Elon is employed by Volkswagen, has to help them to get over the air running. He tries to sell some Teslas. SOS light is green, but sat-nav destination never turn green now. Ooh, that's not good in the where you are right now. Maybe move to a different space, place. How will a lifetime Volkswagen Tesla be like? A small Tesla, a hatchback Tesla. Maybe you can send ID3 into space. It's also good. Hell, does anyone have info on Stellantis introducing bigger battery capacity soon? More than the standard 50 kilowatt hour? No? Sorry. Is Q6 e-tron 800 volt? I have no idea. I'm guessing that the whole future is going to then. He can fix infotainment system for ID3. That's true. Did you know in Poland we have new Ionity chargers? Maybe, I think that Elon tries to keep them out. Hi from the UK. Hey back, David Cox. That's the stuff. You are improving. Now 2 dislikes. That's good. For 123 people here and 2 dislikes. Without any reason. I want to see that. Can't be. Why? Who would dislike that? Hello? Because it's not planned? Let's talk EV. There it is. What is it? Didn't add it to the last thing. That's weird. But I thought I put it in a playlist. Let's talk EV. Let's talk EV. It says it here. Why are you not in there? That's weird. Oh, I saw it. It's in the middle. Why is it in the middle?
Bei Auto Hero kaufst du Gebrauchtwagen.
Advertising. How fast is this? Oh, it's a lot of time. 4 dislikes. It says 4 here. That's okay. People hate me. You're improving. Prosit had 5 bars of 4G when it broke. Huh. It's weird. PSA should come with the new EV platform in 2023-24. I thought. I have no idea. I will give you A from Norway. A. Dislike. I like. Now it's only 3 dislikes. Did somebody press wrong? when you keep the Pure for its better charging, no, the range is still not. And no, it's not the range. I think it's the range a bit, but it's the power. 150 horsepower. Oh, now only one dislike. What's happening? Come on. It's okay. Dislike, dislike. He is annoying. Oh God. Servus aus Österreich. Servus aus Bayern. Now one dislike. You're getting better. That's true. A lot of people. Yeah, is it that when you double click, then it's a dislike? Was it that? Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, that's weird. Yeah, so I tested ID3 Pure today. Pure is the smallest battery, the 45 kilowatt hour battery, and I did the 90 kilometers an hour range test. I did 255 kilometers, but it was also cold and foggy. I had the heat on the whole time. And it was between 1.5 and 5 degrees, but dry. And I had the summer tires 20-inch on. Then I did a full charging test, and I noticed that the charging was not perfect. I thought it would get 100 kilowatt, but it only got 92 max, and not in the beginning. It took a while. And I looked at the battery temperature, it was 28 degrees. And then I did the 130 kilometers an hour range test, and people told me that's weird, it should have 100 kilowatt, this is wrong. And so I drove 130 kilometers an hour range test, and it was, what was it? 182 kilometers, I think. Again with heat, but less and less foggy, and it got warmer. And then I charged. I had 100. It started with 108, but then it even went up for a tiny little second to 115 kilowatt. The small battery, the 45, which in reality is a 55 kilowatt hour battery. Well, remember Ioniq 5 did like 30 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers? Yes. The ID3 Pure, I think at the second, at the 130 was 235 watt hours per kilometer, I think. Yeah, it was totally weird. When I arrived at the 130 test, it was a different charger. Maybe it was that too. And I looked at the battery temperature, by the way, it was then 33 degrees. So not that much difference. So maybe it was the charger. I did, yeah, I made a mistake. When I arrived at the 130 kilometers an hour range test, I filmed my goodbyes and with all the numbers. And I noticed, I used my old camera again. The new camera, the Sony, when you record, it beeps, and there's a big red frame around the picture, so you know you're recording. And when you turn it off, it makes a very horrible sound. But today I wanted to use the Canon M50 again, and it doesn't beep, it doesn't do anything, and there's just a tiny little red record thing in the corner, and it never happened to me, but I did my whole thing and didn't record. Then I pressed the record button and filmed me putting away the camera. So I have to put in text and whatever. Oh God. I'm an idiot. I have a challenge for you. Try to build plug share trip to, oh my God, Vladivostok for Tesla Model S 100D. So there's no supercharging and any charging. Do you think there will be a GTX in the ID3? Yes, it's already planned. We'll have all-wheel drive 329 horsepower. That's already in planning for not next year. I don't think. Maybe next year. We'll see. Shouldn't be that hard. Something like that. 60 people. Look at that. After, what did it say? 15 minutes. So I can do it even without announcing. There's 60 people here. I like that. So what's going on? How is everybody? I told you what I did today with. Ooh, what's this? Yeah, and reminder as usual. Look at the people here in the chat that are green and have a little badge. They're members. You can have membership. You get, of course, stuff behind the scenes and results and early access to videos. Membership is really nice. Always in contact, always having fun, and you know, private pictures as well, breakfast pictures and stuff, and what's happening. And merch. We have the tiny t-shirt, we have the hoodie. The hoodie is great. It's in a link in the description below. The hoodie is amazing. T-shirt, the premium t-shirt is amazing. I sold a few. I sold to Netherlands today. I always get a message, and then I can see. I don't know who it is who bought something, but I can see what country. And what's this? Ireland. This is I bought this for. If you're a lead member, then you get a t-shirt for free, but only after 3 months. But I know Marty, and he's a Patreon for a long time. That's why I gave him sent him the t-shirt myself. The live stream is too surprising to me. Still having dinner. It's okay. You can watch it later. But you want to communicate. You want to interact. That's the thing of a live stream. Oh God. My Pure has average of 142 watt-hours per kilometer over all 6,500 kilometers. 99% summer and mainly 110 kilometers. Also much city and slow roads. Yeah, that makes sense. So you never reset your full long trip? I haven't reset mine too since the 2.0 update, I think. So in January. And I'm at 5,000 something kilometers. I live in Greece during the summer. The temperatures of the ground gets up to 70 degrees. Isn't this the absolute distraction of the battery? Don't you think that when you're parked somewhere, that the ground doesn't get so hot, and that also the battery, yes, outside temperature does something, of course, but and the radiation from the ground too, but wouldn't then every car or every device have a problem? I mean, I'm sure there are EVs in Greece, right? They would know about that. And don't they test EVs, you know, in what's it called? Death Valley in the States, where it's always 45 degrees or something? I thought so. No? But I couldn't tell you. Good evening, Wolf. Pure is too expensive. Difference to 58 kilowatt hours should be bigger. Yeah, it's not. I can't order it, so I couldn't tell you what the price difference is. But it was a nice test today. I liked it. I will do what I will do with the Pure is a Rockobi test. I want to do. I wouldn't say a little comparison to my ID3. So what's the difference? And what else was planned? I want to do the charging test again, because second time it charged so good. I want to do a full charging test when the battery is at 33 degrees. But I thought with 28 degrees it would get full charging speed, but no. It did not. So I will do that again. And I think that's it. That's all. Tomorrow is normal work. On Tuesday there's something special. I will take the Pure to Munich for a special event that I can tell you on November 3rd about. When is November 3rd? A Wednesday. It's in 2 weeks. They have an embargo for 2 weeks on that. Yeah, but it's a nice thing. It's not amazing. It's not like, oh my God, I've never thought this could happen. But I'm glad I was invited, and I want to go there and see how it is. It's in the morning. It's 3 hours long, and it's going on for a few days. But I think this is the first day. Or maybe tomorrow is the first day. It's very possible. We'll see. In Germany, which is the opinion of the taxi drivers driving electric cars? What's the best test of a car? I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. I know that there are a few Model S's, S taxis. I see a lot of ID3, ID4, Hyundai Kona as driving school. They drive a lot too. And I saw no, it's true. I saw a taxi of a e-Niro, a Kia e-Niro. He was charging at close by a 50 kilowatt charger. I saw that. For hot places, LFP might be better. Maybe. Didn't think you'd be up for another round of talking today. Good to see you with something else than a stick behind you. Well, there's a stick here. See? Fabi already said in media there will be unveiling ID5 in November. Really? Well, didn't they already unveiled it a few weeks ago? Isn't it something old? What do you think about Cupra Born? Born? It's a cute car. I like the design a bit better than the ID3. I want to drive it, and I'm in contact with a few dealers that if they get the car, I might be able to do a little range test with them, because I want to feel the boost, how that feels like and how it drives and everything, if they change anything. The same with the infotainment system. Want to do a lot of videos on that day. So I hope I can get the car on a Saturday and then do my tests and everything and bring it back on Sunday evening. That hopefully that would work. That would be amazing. I was invited to Spain for the Cupra Born media drive, but I declined. First of all, it's in the end of October, so it would have been on the 27th, I think. So it's still also. Well, not next. It would be next week on Wednesday, so not this week. And I declined. First of all, I don't want to fly an airport in these times. And second of all, I will drive, yes, a few hours with the car, but no range test. And I don't want to do that in Spain. There's a speed limit and everything. And roads, I don't know. And it didn't sound. It didn't fit. So if they would have done this in Germany somewhere, I would have been okay with that. Volkswagen will be 10 years like Saad. Non-existing. The cars are made around behind parts from the warehouse. See Monroe on YouTube, parts from the year 1990. Drives great. Do you think Skoda will produce an ID3 Cupra Born platform vehicle? Maybe, but maybe Seat is already covering everything. I also didn't know why e-up, Seat Me and the Skoda equivalent, why that exists. Let's hope Cupra Born does not burn. Is now affiliated home of Chris fans in the world, since you guys are too. Boom, boom, boom. Born to be alive. Just dropped in. Is there a special reason for a sudden live chat? Maybe Kia had offered you an EV? No, there's no reason. I was just about to go. I brought Cindy to bed, and then I thought, do I want to do that or don't I? I thought, let's do it. It's fine. Talk a bit. Maybe there are questions, maybe there are people. And there's 76 people here, even without announcing. And that I wanted to see that. I have to say, it was a bit of an experiment. If I just start a stream, how many people will be here on a Sunday evening? And 74. I had 4 dislikes right in the beginning, but it changed back to 1. You alright going to Spain? Sun, good food, nice people. Horrible. Yeah, sun would be nice. Food would be nice, nice people. It's not about that. It's just I had to take 2 days off work. Then I have to go to Munich 2 hours, park the car somewhere, fly to Spain. Then I drive with the Cupra Born for I think half an hour to somewhere. Then there's a press meeting. Then I drive the Cupra Born to another meeting where there's another presentation. Then I drive it again. And then I stay at the hotel with dinner, and next day in the morning, breakfast, and then home. The same thing all over again. So I drive with the car 4 hours. No chance of doing any range test. And you get the presentation videos from everyone. If I would not work, so if YouTube would be full-time, I would have gone, for sure. But like this, it's just too much. Born to be Alive metal version, yeah. The whole world meets in Wageningen. It's fine. No bathrobe edition means weather in Bavaria must be nice in mid of October. 6 degrees outside, 19 degrees in here. I wanted to show off merch. That's all. I'm a center of Chris World. He should move there. That's true. What is Wageningen? It's next door. Too bad you missed partying with Party Boy in Barcelona. I think he would have been in the beginning of October. I would have been there at the end of October. I would have had met him. I only saw him once. Party Boy is Autogefühl guy. What's his name? Tim? I don't know. He's the presenter, moderator of Autogefühl. And I saw him once at the breakfast table in Wolfsburg when I was at the media drive for the ID4. So I think we had the drive that day, and I think he had it the day before and stayed overnight and then went home. Let's hope you can tune down your regular job and more YouTube. Yeah, at some point. Just not Thomas. Thank you. Just not now. It's right now. I earn with YouTube and membership and Patreon and everything. I would say if 60% of what I earn at work, and there's still not tax and health insurance and pension insurance and all of this in there. So I would say I'm at 40%. And then there's still the stuff that with charging that I pay. I mean, every time when I do a test with an EV, I pay for charging. Today with the ID3 Pure, I charged to 45 kilowatt hours, and that cost me, not that, it cost me 13 euros and 37 cents. Where's the last one? There's one missing. I charged on the other side too. It's not in here. Huh. But in 45 minutes, 44.5 kilowatt hours charged. But again, that's 13 euros. And then, well, and then the internet today cost me 6 euros. So 20 euros today for the test. Just a part, but you know, still have, and it still has to come in. And so right now, this wouldn't work. It still needs, I would say I'm at 16,000 subscribers right now. Of course, when I make more videos, right now I do 3 a week and one is a live stream. So let's say if I make 6 videos a week, then of course it's more, but it's not double. That's not how it works, because you cannot make too many great videos that a lot of people watch. So I would say if I make 6 videos right now, which I don't have the time for, and I wouldn't even, and especially don't have the time for to prepare for it, to think about it. I could make time for it, but then I don't have a family. Cindy and everything have to wait, or I don't have time at all. And then I would be maybe at 75% of what I need, maybe 70% that I need to earn. So I still need, I'm at 16,500 subscribers right now. I think to survive, I need at least 25 to 30,000 subscribers. I think that. And of course the numbers have to go up to have a constant support if there's something going on with YouTube or and Patreon, or there's no press car coming. I still have to survive if there's nothing going on, or if I'm sick, whatever that happens. All can happen. And yeah, that's all the stuff. Liked. Would you go to Spain if you're a full YouTuber? Yes. Party Boy is not from Chaka show. Darren went to Spain. He's not a full-time YouTuber yet. Cost him a lot of money though. Mine it would have been for free, except for driving to Munich airport. But I think they even pay for that. They would pay for that too. That's a great idea. I can hitchhike with Darren. You make millions at work. 16% is enough to buy a bigger mansion than Tesla, Björn. Fully charged show coverage of Cupra Born was really poor. Road trip with Darren. Dream. Also remember they have a great shop in Spain. That's true. It's a nice sex shop. Chris, you need to speed up. Marcus is close to 1 million members. Woo! That's fast. Darren is close to 1 million too. More content, more followers. That's true. But again, the problem with more content is not is first time to film it, time to edit it, and then go through comments. But the biggest time is to think of what to do and to plan something. That BL is falling behind. It's the photo storm. Too bad. 5 years ago, his house was probably worth 300, 350. 5 years ago, it was still a field. Can you tell something about driving ID3 in the winter? Does it bother you that it uses more energy? Yes, it bothers me. It bothers me that the battery heating cannot be done by the charger at home. I would like that. If I preheat the car at home, that it doesn't preheat the battery. I would like that. But at the end of the day, it's the same. So if I drive, if I preheat the car, the battery is cold, I step into it and it's heating up the battery, and then I have less range on that day to go to work, which is fine because I only need 55 kilometers of range a day. If I go to work and then I come home, I can charge it back. So it's totally fine. Even if I take 40% out of the battery, which happened one time. It was a very cold day. The car maybe was even parked outside, and I think I preheated without being plugged in. Then it heated up the battery. I drove to work. It cooled back down. At noon, I had to. Yeah, I saw the video with Björn and Chris. He told me about it before. I have now contact with Chris all the time. Look at me. So the car cooled back down. It was, I think, -10 or something that day. Then at noon, I had to drive with the car somewhere. It heated up again, maybe even the battery. Then I let it park again, cool it down. At 3 p.m. I went home. So 3 times it had to heat up the battery and heat up the cabin. And it was extremely cold, which also increases the consumption. And then I think I needed for those 55 kilometers almost 40%. And so yes, it can be annoying, but on a long distance trip, for example, I haven't noticed. Yes, you noticed, of course, you notice when when it's cold that you need more power to heat, and when you drive faster you have higher consumption. I mean, you can watch my video when I drive to Wolfsburg. It was in September 12th, I think, so the video should be up December 15th or so. I had a consumption of 270 watt-hours per kilometer, but I still drove 130, 140. The car was charging amazing, so yes, I had to charge longer. That was it. It took longer to get there. That's fine. Well, get an unlimited all-net flat. We got that for €2 in Germany on Samsung sale last November because we sold the bundle Samsung S7 tablet for 1,000 euros and we pay 40 euros a month, 25 hours, which means 0. How do you buy that €6 daily flat? Every time I do streaming, but I don't have any monthly cost. If I would use it a lot, so for example, the last 3 months I had to buy it once, the €6 flat. And even if I have a press car, so with, for example, with this ID3 Pure now, this was the only live stream I will do. So the next 4 weeks it's one time, so I don't use a monthly thing, and I don't need a different phone. The future sends us the solid-state batteries. What's your opinion? Doesn't make this useless for nowadays cars, especially talking about their after sales. We'll see when the future will come with solid-state batteries, if they really work the way that people want it to work. And I don't think it will make the cars right now useless, because there's still a market for cheaper cars. Preheat the garage instead. Yeah, with what? And it has holes everywhere. Did you see Christian United talking about Chinese? What are your thoughts on the Neo arrival in Europe? It's cool. I saw a few Neos. They look great. I watched Björn's video on the Neo ES8, EP8. I don't know what the name was. E8P, whatever. I mean, it's not my car. It's a huge SUV. But I think they have a sportier car too. That looked good. I contacted them one for a press car or collaboration or whatever, and no reply. Ever since Johnny Smith left Fully Charged, it went downhill. Robert has no idea how to review cars. That's a bit mean, huh? I have to get that off. Don't you think that Johnny Smith and Robert did it in the same way? Robert, so they all just talk about the surface and what the car does, but there's no real test. It's just a showing of the car. Robert does it in a very cute way, loving way, and Johnny did it in a very passionate way, I would say. I started to watch Tesla Björn, then Chris Reaver, then Battery Life. Want entertainment? Yeah, then you're wrong here. There's no entertainment here. This is just bad people looking mean. Where was I? Is Chris a VIP member? No, he's not a member at all. Wow, I am the same WhatsApp than Chris. How cool. No, we didn't talk via WhatsApp. He told me after the stream or before the stream we did, and we sent email to each other. No WhatsApp. I gave him my number for WhatsApp, but didn't give me his. Your Volkswagen is shit. Sell it fast before you lose more money. Let's put that in. He said that. Do you think the ID3, ID4 are smart buys in 2021 considering competition they have? Well, it all depends on the use case and what is important for you. That's what I always say. It's all about that. If you should drive all the cars first, look at the data. What do you need in range? What do you need in charging? Do you do long trips? Do you do short trips? What country are you? What is the charging infrastructure? Is Tesla in your country way better with the charging network? Do you do a lot of trips? Do you just go to work and that's it, and on one longer trip a year? All of this. And then what's important to you? Is it power? Is it all-wheel drive? Is it the suspension? Is it steering? Is it the infotainment system? Is it, what is it? It's all, that's all the stuff you have to think about. And Chris Reaver, Björn Nieland and me are there, and other people too, to show you what do you know. Now you know, guys. I know of them. I was subscribed to their channel for a while, and then it was too Tesla fanboyism to me, and then I unsubscribed. I couldn't do that. So for the car that you want, you have to test drive them all and watch all the videos, and then make up your mind what is important to you. For me, it was suspension and steering. Because that's what I do when I drive. I drive to work. I'm not driving 0 to 100 all the time. Passing, I do a few times, so I want a bit of power. And 200 horsepower that I have with the ID3 is on the edge. I would want a bit more. I would like all-wheel drive, but at the time all-wheel drive does not exist for ID3. Infotainment system ID3 is not amazing. Options is not amazing. I had a lot of problems with that, but with it. But the suspension and the steering are just amazing. I love driving that car. That's it. I said, ooh, Darren is here. Look at that. Robert is Darren's friend. Stop criticizing him. That's true. Robert is a cool guy and a good friend. We see here every week. Here is Robert. Robert's doing reviews in a boomer way. What's a boomer way? Explain. Darren, is Robert a follower of your channel now? Oh god, I hate the word boomer. Stop using that, please. Do you know? And I know, guys, I said that. Probably Jürgen. I have 32 disciples now. What's a disciples? No idea what it is. Darren, did you tell Robert you were Chris' best buddy? I don't think that Robert has any idea I exist. But they just seem worse than every single car in similar classes to me. What makes them worse? What is the thing? Is it the infotainment system? Is it that you know that there's something not working? What is the thing that makes it worse? That's what you have to know. Again, I love the ID3 for what it does for me. Maybe you need something different. Try them all. Tesla is not real 4.4. Why not? Chris could do a podcast with Robert. Yeah. Why you make weird videos? Is this special of Jen? I guess I'm Judah. What? Any tips for cameras to use when filming? I've got a Tesla Y and I'm thinking about starting to do YouTube videos about my day-to-day experience. Well, if you don't know if you want to do that for long, if you just want to try out, use your smartphone. It's fine. I started with my smartphone as well. Then after that, you can go up to a mirrorless camera and a real microphone that makes everything sound better. But it all depends what you're doing. If you just want to show the car, talk a bit in the car without background noise, then your smartphone is totally fine. And you can even connect the microphone to most smartphones. What is the best way to pay for charging in Germany for a foreigner Netherlands? EMBW, if you can get it. Maingau, plug surfing you can get, and the new Motion, which now is Shell Recharge. With the last two, you can charge everywhere. If you don't have an Volkswagen ID car, then you don't have Ionity. Then of course you can charge also everywhere with that, but it could be expensive except for Ionity. And anyone can follow me, no problem. Why did YouTube block you saying anyone can follow me, no problem? That's weird. But EMBW is mostly cheaper except for Ionity. But I don't know if you can get it from the Netherlands. I don't know if you have to be a German citizen. No idea. Check now you know video when Europe made CCS mandatory. Jesus Christ, they are delusional. So who's delusional? The now you know guys? True, Darren, can you hook Robert with Chris for Livestream? What annoys me is having the AC off. They're pressing the quick defrost window button, then turning it off but leaving the AC on. Well, the quick defrost window button, it's not defrosting, it's to get the front window to defog, and the way to do it is heat, a lot of wind and AC, and that's in the program. That's in most cars when you press the defrost defog front window button that it turns on the AC. How should I improve? Here again, this is a personal follower of Jesus. Ah, okay. Infotainment system, performance, charging, build quality. Infotainment, yes. Performance, yes. Charging, I think 125 kilowatt is okay. Build quality, I never had a problem with build quality. If you mean material quality, that's something different. But if those four things are very important to you, and performance for you starts over 150 kilowatt and charging starts with you over 120 kilowatt, then ID cars are not your thing. Just simple. Anyone can follow me, no problem. You know? I don't think there's an EV out there that doesn't have some kind of quirk or issue. That's true, but it all depends what is important to you. If I had money, I would get a Rivian. So I got a Volkswagen. Oh, and the climate controlled touchpad controls that are just a bit clunky. The climate control is in the touchscreen. you have buttons for temperature, but if you want to control the whole climate, you have to press the climate button, same as in Tesla. You also have to press climate. The temperature you have in Tesla underneath, and you have it in ID3, ID4 as well, and it works pretty good. And when you press them both, you get the seat heater at the same time. Oh God, true, Darren. Guess what? I have 1 month vacation. Have to work for Chris, so I could take time for you too. That's true. He has to work for me. Plug surfing is strictly expensing. That's true. We all work for Chris. Well, we are planning some new swag. Chris, you love the ID3, but you adore the Tesla Y. I adore the Tesla Y for what it could do and the power, but steering was horrible and suspension was too hard. But I think the suspension I could get used to, but the steering no. And the mix of suspension and steering was horrible on the highway. If at some point I have to go somewhere long distance trip, it was very exhausting. I didn't want to use autopilot at that speed. It didn't feel safe. I didn't like it at all. Did you find a way to have heat on while plugged in on Twingo when you had it? No. In the Twingo, same with the Renault Zoe, the ZD50. The climate was working, the air was coming out while charging, but it didn't get warm. I had the Twingo, I think, in February, and the seat heater as well. I had the seat heater button on, but the seat heater didn't get warm. That's a no-go for me, for example. Thanks for the content. Just about to order ID3 Max. Testy. That's a great name. Side note, have you noticed the intelligent regeneration when in D? It should use the front radar map info. I know about it, I just don't use it. What it means is that if you drive in D and then there's a car in front of you and it knows the distance, it would use less deceleration with regen, and then if there is something it needs it more. But I don't drive in D, I drive in B because I want full regen. I want as much too close to one pedal drive as possible that the ID3 can give me. And I drive 90% in cruise control. Every time when I'm on the country road, I have adaptive cruise control on, and then the car keeps the distance. I have the distance in of the 5 things, I have it in the middle. It keeps a 50-meter distance or whatever. It depends on the speed. And this is what I like. That's how I do it. Why it turns it on, but when you turn it off, it leaves the fans and AC on, just not on max on mine. Huh? I don't get it. Oh, you mean that you Model Y? When you press the button, it leaves the fans on and AC on, just not on max on mine. I think this is just different in cars, but even in ICE cars, I remember when you did that the AC went on. I'm a slave for Chris, that's true. Tesla Y now available in UK, delivery in March 2022. Ooh, 5 months. Okay, ooh, maybe from Berlin. So Jill, not Lamaticus anymore. No, he's now Tesla Born. Yeah, one step too much. I prefer the EV6 approach, for example, in terms of climate control. Also proper physical steering wheel buttons. Again, if you prefer that, that's your thing. For me, I prefer that too, but the haptic buttons was not a deal breaker for me. For me, the ride quality was the most important part. But again, you have to find your own thing. I hope to drive the Kia EV6 soon. I hope in 2 weeks. I hope so. I'm not sure. It would be nice. And I think it has a very sporty ride. The Ioniq 5 was a bit too soft for me. Model 3, Model Y was too harsh. ID3, ID4 is just perfect for me. Again, for me, my taste. Will you upgrade to Y? That's true. Now you know, guys, mandatory CCS was the best decision by you. Changing it now would be a nightmare. Okay. Jürgen, not sure. I don't need all the space. I could sell my car for more than I paid for it. See? We talked today about that. Jill was looking at Model 3s, and I told him that it's so good in the UK to sell cars. The Tesla Model Y has lots of space, but Darren doesn't need it. ACC is great in traffic jams in the city as well. It's great on country roads. I have it always on my 110, and then if there's a truck in front of me with 70, I drive 70. And if I have to pass, I pass, and the thing is still on. And it's the best thing ever, ACC. You could I couldn't say it. UK Techie, hey, how are you? What about the Key V6 you ordered? So you say that every time now? Is that an inside joke? I saw an EV6 driving in my street yesterday. Cool! He stopped his ordering. No, he knows that. I told Jürgen 5 times. But he always asking. I think it's an inside joke. It's the same with you, with subscribers, when you say members. I fell a bit in love with the BMW i4. They made it a hatchback. The boot was the one thing I didn't like on my 3 Series. No, I have driven a GT line rear-wheel drive EV6 already. It is like a firm, sporty Deutsche Auto. Very comfortable on the highway, but firm enough for some fun. Never uncomfortable either. Cool. I use ACC most of the time. Generally very relaxing. Just wish the speed limits in maps was better. You can turn that off. I have that turned off. I don't need the speed limits to be changed by the car. I do that. And with the haptic buttons, I can just slide down. I don't have to press. I slide down 3 times from 110 to 80 or whatever I need. It's done. I had my old Model 3 for nearly 18 months and 12,000 miles and only lost 1,000 pounds from new. Cool, I'm no longer only EV in my street at last. It's cool. What's the other car? Will plan testing Model 3 in following month. Why does it take so long? I wish new cars came with spare tires. I know you don't need them often, but it's nice to have. Yeah, they saved that a long time ago, huh? And now with EVs, they want to save weight and space. Why don't more EVs include heat pump heating? Because it costs money. A heat pump is still very expensive, and a lot of people like me say I don't need it. Yes, I have a bit more range, but is it worth it? 6 years been waiting for neighbors to catch up. Cool. And talk about the payload. What did he say? E2008. Ooh, look at that. My worst EV that I drove. Again, for me, I wish there was an option to just use cameras for the speed limit auto detect and forget about the map data. That would be an idea. That's true. Yeah, it's true. Don't tell that to all the professional magazine car reviews. They hate anything touch-based, especially sliders. They call me the heat pump. Okay. What do we have? Well, 50 minutes. I think that's it for today. I just wanted to do a short thing, see how it works. And we have 90 people here. It's cool. No 100 likes, but that's fine. Tesla added heat pumps but didn't increase car price. Yeah, that's awesome. But others don't do that. Most other car manufacturers, heat pump costs extra. You Tesla fanboy, you. Okay, I will leave you now. My voice is cracking up anyways. I talked for 5 hours today. You all take care. My members will see a few pictures from Munich, but not exactly what I'm doing. Just that I'm in Munich. ID3 with heat pump can preheat the battery, can it? Every ID3 can heat up the battery, but not preheat. That has nothing to do with that. Okay. You all have a nice day. I have to work tomorrow. I'll go to bed soon. Tesla now 2,000 euros more. Well, Tesla price goes up and down the whole time. So it's hard to do. Maybe they got up a month before and then they got the heat pump. No. Again, 94 people, 59 likes. That's already... No, 0 dislikes. It's a record. Really? Where did the dislike go? It was there before. Are you going to the sex shop in Munich? Of course, as always. Bye, fanboy. Okay. Bye, bye, bye. Where am I? Here.